Hello everyone. In this video I wanted to do a quick test. Well, turned out to be not so quick. Turned out to be a 2-hour long test, trying to compress down into a shorter video. But one of the issues I noticed with the Lume Cube is how hot it runs. Saw a couple videos on YouTube of someone leaving them accidentally down and it running very hot to touch, 140 degrees plus. So I wanted to do some testing, see what ambient temperature, and it wasn't laid face down, if it was actually on a stand, what the temperature would run. And while doing this, basically I had it plugged in because I wanted to see if it could be run for lengthy periods of time instead of running on battery or using an external battery pack. And what I discovered is it does run hot, so hot in fact that it will overheat and shut down before the battery actually depletes fully. So your Lume Cube may have more battery life, but if it overheats first, you're not going to get the full use. And these tests were all at 100%. Obviously, this is going to change when you're running it at 50%. Very rarely might you run it at 100%. These things are extremely bright. They're a great product. This is really just a minor thing as far as overheating, and that could happen with any device that's running this power, this much power. The other issue that I ran into when testing to see about the overheating is I ran a second Lume Cube in the background just as a control that was running on battery to see if it shut down about the same time, which it turned out it pretty much did. But as what was interesting is on that second Lume Cube, after I cycled it back down, I decided to just plug it in and let it charge while I was doing the test on the first one. And when I plugged it in, the Lume Cube just turned on by itself. You'll notice there's a little flash of the Bluetooth on the app when it connects. As soon as it does, the Lume Cube turns on. And then when I turned it back off, it would just turn back on. So I could not shut it down. It would just kept turning on. And maybe it's a memory function where it sees that it needs to be on, and it wasn't overheating at that point because it was, it was sitting for a period of time charging, or just kind of sitting. So it was cycling up to heat and then cycling back down. So there's some weird Bluetooth issues maybe that are going on. What noticed is finally it did stay off after I hit the off on the app. So maybe there's an issue with the app when it reconnects. That one concerns me more than the overheating, because if you throw this in a bag plugged into a battery pack to charge it for your next session or whatever you plan on doing, it could be turning on in your bag and overheating or heating something else up or just draining batteries. So that was one concern. You'll notice toward the end of the video that does happen. But other than that, they're a great product. They do exactly what they do. There's nothing else like them on the in the market that I have found. And for the versatility to fly them with a drone or use them to backlight night photography or whatever you want to do, they are a great product. It's just a very minor glitch. I am running a special edition Lume Cube that I picked up at a drone show. This, I don't know if this is any different than the other ones. I think it's just a different anodizing that's on here for the special edition. One other video that's on YouTube that you may find, and I'll provide a link to that on the comments or in the bottom of the description, that got me kind of started on this, was when you lay the Lume Cube face down, there's no bumpers at the bottom, so you can't even see that the light is on. This is a concern. If you accidentally set it down or accidentally gets turned on, you won't know it, and it's going to overheat, it's going to drain the battery. So I actually took shoe glue and made little rubber bumpers here, kind of hard to see here with the focus, to help illuminate that, so when it's face down you can actually see the light radiating through. I also took those same bumpers and put them on the bottom so it won't slide if you set them on something for light. So a couple little hacks for that. Lume Cube does have the new filters that are out, which has an aluminum cage, which is very interesting. I think that aluminum cage might actually radiate heat a little better, so I look forward to testing those when they come out. It's something I've been wanting to do with filters on these to kind of deaden the light a little bit, especially if you've got it in your face doing interviews or that kind of thing, or vlogging. So hope you enjoyed the video. It is a little long. It was a 2-hour test compressed down. I did speed up the video in certain sections where we were just waiting for something to happen, and then slowed it down. And then I went and added some call outs just to kind of highlight some of the things that were happening. Edited the video fairly fast, just because it's an informational video. But hope you enjoy. If you have any questions, please comment at the bottom. I will try to answer all the questions. Thank you. you.